Hi, my name is Shorty, and I will explain what a home UPS system is. This is Invertech's smallest home UPS system, which comprises of a 1000-watt inverter charger and two 225 amps deep cycle battery. This equipment will automatically and instantly switch on during a blackout, so that your appliances keep running. It is capable of running all your lights, TVs, fans, security cameras, computers, gate motors, etc. for around 6 to 8 hours. And if you need more time, more batteries may be added. Also, you may use a big inverter for a larger home. This is how it works. The current comes in from GPL into the inverter and then out again to your breaker panel, where your appliances get power from. When there is a blackout, the inverter instantly switches on to pull current from the deep cycle batteries connected. So to cause a blackout, I will disconnect power, and let's observe how fast the automatic switchover operates. Here goes a blackout. As you can see, that we are now running on battery power for the next 6 to 8 hours, and our appliances did not suffer a blackout. When the current returns, the equipment will automatically confirm that voltage and frequency are normal. Then automatically switch back to the power company. Then it will charge your batteries until full and wait for another blackout. Invertech will help you to add solar panels to the system so that it becomes a full solar setup that uses only the sun to power your home. We have our intelligent equipment that can even switch off GPL automatically and use solar power alone to run your house. This is designed to reduce your light bill significantly. Thank you guys for your time today. Remember, we are located at 58 David Street, PT. Our numbers are 223-2233 or 695-9191.
Guyana Police Force rejects claims made by ORIN Boston's wife about his death. Guyana Fire Service urges citizens to desist from openly burning heaps. COVID-19 outbreak causes 17 schools to close nationwide. In the region, Mexico, hundreds of migrants protest in southern city of TAPACHULA, and internationally, a month after KABUL'S fall, Taliban stares at humanitarian crisis. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. The Guyana Police Force is rejecting claims made by ORIN Boston's wife, who, in a statement, claims her husband was shot while he was asleep next to her. Here is more from Esther Sobers.
The Guyana Police Force is refuting claims made by the wife of ORIN Boston, the businessman from Darmont, Essequibo, who was shot by the Guyana Police Force squad member during a police operation in the Essequibo area. In a statement released by attorneys Nigel Yu and Conyo Standiford, the Boston family legal representative, the family claims that between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., several heavily armed police officers entered the home of ORIN Boston without a warrant while the family was asleep. The armed officers first encountered Mr. Boston's daughter, who they removed from the house. The three armed officers then kicked open the bedroom door where ORIN Boston was lying in the bed next to his wife and shot him. However, the Guyana Police Force has issued a statement countering the claims made by the Boston family. The Guyana Police Force is calling the allegations made by Mrs. Boston premature and irresponsible, and it portrays the actions of the Guyana Police Force as a rush to judgment and the immediate adoption of hostile position. During an impromptu press conference yesterday, Mr. Nigel Hoppy, the acting commissioner of police, stated that an investigation will be conducted.
Police ranks were conducting anti-crime operations in Region 2 and having completed searching 2 homes in the very region, they then went to a 3rd home in Dartmouth on the Essequibo coast. There they encountered Mr. ORIN Boston about 0440 hours on today's date, Wednesday the 15th. During the search, there was a confrontation, alleged confrontation, and which resulted in the fatal shooting of Mr. Boston. Having been shot, Mr. Boston was rushed to the Saudi hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. I have visited, myself and the crime chief have visited Dartmouth early in the day, and the wife and other relatives contradicted the police claim, indicating that there wasn't any confrontation. Even before I visited, I'd asked for a comprehensive investigation to be done. And having listened to their story, I also reminded them that no stone is going to be left unturned, and a comprehensive investigation would be done in this matter.
Mr. Hoppy also indicated that the family attorneys concerned about the blood samples at the scene and the stained bedsheet were taken into custody and will be included in the ongoing investigations. ORIN Boston's demise by the Guyana Police Force has caused the community of Dartmouth to be outraged. Residents of the community began burning tires and other materials on the main roadway after the tragedy, blocking the road and obstructing traffic flow. The Guyana Police Force assures the Boston family and the public that a full investigation into the circumstances surrounding ORIN Boston's death will be conducted, and no desire to conceal the truth subsequent of events as indicated in the family's lawyer's statement. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. 2 brothers from Berbice are now homeless after their 2-story wooden home went up in flames last evening. The house, located at Canefield, East Country, Berbice, was destroyed around 6 p.m. after a fire at a nearby garbage heap quickly spread throughout the house and destroyed everything in its path. One brother told eyewitnesses that he lit a fire on the garbage heap that had an old tire earlier in the day, after which he went out for several hours. He was later informed that his house was on fire. In a recent statement, the Guyana Fire Service noted several recent reports of grass fires in various parts of the country and is urging citizens to desist from openly burning heaps of garbage or grass. If these fires occur, they should never be left unattended as they possess the potential to spread and become major fire emergencies. Persons desirous of using fire as a method of land clearing or any other purpose must obtain permission from the Guyana Fire Service before proceeding further. GFS stated that the burning of waste can result in the release of highly toxic pollutants into your home and environment. Citizens should also note that the illegal open burning of garbage attracts a fine of $80,000 to $300,000, and perpetrators can face up to 3 months imprisonment. Don't go away after the break. COVID-19 outbreaks causes the closure of 17 schools nationwide, and the Ministry of Education launches the Teachers' Welfare and Benefits Program.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
For decades, milk has remained the same, until now. Introducing the Great Dairy Full Cream Milk from Alabama Trading. Enriched with vitamins A to D and calcium to promote healthy teeth, strong bones, and vitality. Great Dairy Milk is delicious and fortified to encourage healthy cell growth within the body. No wonder it's the #1 brand of milk produced in Ireland. Now available nationwide in 400-gram packages at leading supermarkets and wholesale vendors. Distributed by Alabama Trading.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop Price Smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education yesterday launched the Teachers' Welfare and Benefits Program at the Arthur Trunk Convention Center. Minister of Education Priyam Manikchand said the program emerged out of a genuine desire to improve the conditions under which our teachers practice. She said teachers can be assured of the government's commitment to providing support.
Because my commitment here to you today is that we will support your professional development fully. You have my promise on that. We will hold your hand through any obstacles you believe you have in the classroom. We will try to fix very, very strategically and timely, not 4 years down the line. We will try to fix the resource deficit. This is a genuine interest in checking to see what we can do for you so that you could do your work when you get into the classroom. And you'll see much, much more of that.
Minister Manikchand said the program is aimed at providing a range of additional services as a means of supporting teachers across a host of relevant areas. These contributions, made possible by collaboration with the private sector, are part of a large project aimed at improving teachers' overall professional circumstances, which should result in improved disposition, comfort, and commitment to their practice. Over 80 businesses are on board and more are still being added. Each entity will offer a specific benefit to our teachers who are registered on the program and have received their benefits cards. As part of GT&T's participation in the Teachers' Welfare and Benefit Program, the company handed over 4 new cell phones to teachers who attended the launch. The company is also offering free installation of its new fiber package to teachers registered in the program, along with a 25% discount on the monthly subscription. The Teachers' Welfare and Benefits Program comprises of discounts on various services across a wide range of sectors, comprehensive health insurance benefits, a revolving mortgage fund, a teacher benevolent program providing financial support to teachers in specified hardship situations, National Teachers Award Program rewarding teachers for excellence in the profession, Annual Teachers Conference to provide various developmental opportunities and promote professionalism, networking, and the community of teachers. Collectively, these comprise a broad approach of improving the quality of the experiences by teachers in the profession. Teachers who have not registered as yet can do so online at www.education.gov.gy. COVID-19 outbreaks have caused the closure of 17 schools across Guyana just days into the new school year. This is according to Minister of Education Priya Manikchan during an interview on the sidelines of the launch of the Teachers Welfare Benefits Program at the Arthur Chang Convention Center. The ministry reopened some schools across Guyana for face-to-face sessions on Monday, September 6th under tight COVID-19 standards after being closed for more than 15 months. However, 17 of those schools had to be closed after teachers and students were tested positive for the virus. Minister Manikchan explained that the schools were closed following what the Health Ministry requested. She, however, clarified that not every school is closed completely. The Education Minister pointed out, quote, every country in this world that had found a solution to get their children back into the classroom had to deal with a very similar issue, end of quote. The Ministry of Education has made it mandatory for teachers returning to school to be vaccinated or present a negative PCR test given within 7 days. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health, through the Ministry of Education, began its vaccination campaign of children between the ages of 12 and 17 3 weeks ago, after receiving a donation of 146,215 doses of the Pfizer vaccine from the United States. In addition, Minister Manikchan revealed that the education system has seen a vast number of school dropouts due to the pandemic. She said many students signed up to write CSEC and CAPE but did not show up, and about 1,000 primary school students have dropped out. Nevertheless, the ministry is finding ways to curtail the learning loss brought on by COVID-19. Don't go away after the break. Mexico, hundreds of migrants protest in southern city of Tapachula, and Taiwan lands fighter on highway as annual war games reach peak. But before that, here's the bridge retraction schedule.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop Through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop price smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Kingdom-based taxi service, transportation for every occasion. Short drop, airport, weddings, funerals, and much more. We're located at Lot H. Durbin and Vicingen Road, next to Green City Bar. For honest, efficient, and reliable service, call Kingdom-based taxi service at 648-5959 or 227-7937. You can count on us.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. Tens of thousands of migrants hoping to reach the U.S. remain stuck in southern Mexico. They are mainly from Haiti and Central America, but cannot leave the border town of Tapachula due to a Mexican government policy. Al Jazeera's Manuel Rapallo reports.
Desperation is growing in Tapachula. On Wednesday, hundreds of migrants, mainly from Haiti and Central America, took to the streets in protest. They're frustrated over Mexican government policy that prevents them from leaving the city.
We just want to get out because we're not here to stay. We're just going through. We have no money, no food, nothing. We're in prison here without anything, and the government does not help.
Some protesters are parents with children who say the city is overcrowded and food and shelter are becoming harder to find.
With my children, it's very difficult. There are no jobs, no food. We're living on the street. We have many problems. I have nothing. We need help.
Since the start of the year, the number of migrants arriving in southern Mexico has only grown, and so have tensions between them and authorities.
This cannot be happening. It's like we just came from Africa in chains, like modern-day slaves. In a democracy, everybody has to be free.
With shelters for migrants and asylum seekers already over capacity, many say their patience has run out.
Demonstrations like this one with hundreds of migrants blocking off traffic have become quite commonplace here in Tapachula. And local residents tell us that this is the worst migrant crisis the city has experienced in recent memory.
An estimated 40,000 migrants are currently stuck in Tapachula. Some have been here for months, and more continue to arrive every day.
I call President Lopez Obrador to stop being a puppet of the United States, to stop being the guard dog of the United States, to follow Mexican law and stop repressing the migrant population. Stop beating up migrants. Stop combating and treating migrants like criminals.
Despite the Mexican government's strategy to contain migrants in the southern part of the country, experts warn the impact on overall migrant numbers reaching the U.S. southern border is negligible. Instead, the policy of limiting their mobility has only turned the city of Tapachula into a pressure cooker, and tensions are ready to explode. Manuel Rapallo, Al Jazeera, Tapachula, Mexico.
Internationally, it has been 1 month since the Taliban captured Kabul and seized control of Afghanistan. But with foreign funds drying up, Afghanistan and its new government are facing a cash crisis. Al Jazeera's Usama bin Javed reports.
If you're looking for bargains, Kabul's Chaman market is the place to be. From fridges to carpets, all household items are bought and sold here. But this market wasn't here a month ago. This trade began after tens of thousands of people left the Afghan capital when the Taliban took over. These days, many others are selling what they can to make ends meet. As jobs have dwindled, the population of Kabul has increased. Tens of thousands of people moved from their homes as the Taliban took territories across Afghanistan. Many are sheltering in makeshift camps in the city.
The government of Afghanistan is doing everything it can to provide job opportunities to Afghans. We call on Afghans to stay and not to migrate, and to help develop the country.
Although Afghans have not seen this level of peace and security in Kabul for decades, people are still concerned about the future.
The government of Afghanistan is doing everything it can to provide job opportunities to Afghans. We call on Afghans to stay and not to migrate, and to help develop the country.
But there's a generational divide in the opinions of women, and Sauda's mother says she's happy there is no more bloodshed and insecurity. Since the Taliban segregated people by gender, she believes the moral problems of youth have been resolved. Sauda and her mum came to the bank to get some cash that's in short supply.
For hundreds of these people who've been coming to the bank every day, the biggest problem is the cash crunch. Every half hour, only a few of them are allowed inside. And when they go in, they can withdraw just about $200 every week. Most of the people here are government employees or civil servants who have not been paid for months.
Because of the cash shortage, prices of everyday items are rising. And with people's decreased purchasing power, businesses are suffering. Mohammed is a business student who has learned to fix mobile software to make ends meet. The queue at the bank extends to his shop. He's losing customers he needs to pay his monthly rent of $700. Like many Afghans, he's concerned about the future, but willing to give the Taliban a few years to see if the group is sincere in its promises to make people's lives better.
Maybe if the Taliban government going well and they bring some facility for our pupils, definitely I will stay here.
Western countries have frozen the Afghan central bank's assets until the Taliban delivers on its human rights pledges. And the queues at banks will continue until they unblock those billions of dollars. Osama bin Javed, Al Jazeera, Kabul.
And finally, Taiwanese fighter jets have turned a highway into a runway as annual military drills reach their peak. China has been ramping up pressure on the self-ruled territory, including repeated exercise near Taiwan, hoping to force the democratically elected government to accept Beijing's sovereignty. Al Jazeera's Katrina Yu reports.
Taiwanese fighter jets circle the skies before landing to quickly refuel and take off again. The democratically self-ruled island is conducting military exercises to prepare for a potential assault by Chinese forces. Beijing considers Taiwan its own territory and says reunification is inevitable. But Taiwanese leader Tsai Ing-wen disagrees. She says the island is an independent state and has rejected China's one country, two systems proposal.
I think it is the intention of the Taiwanese authority to send a signal to the Chinese authority that they would not surrender or would not be pressured to go back to the negotiation table for the reunification.
Tsai has made modernizing Taiwan's military a priority. Much of the force relies on equipment provided by the United States, its main security ally. The Biden administration sent an unofficial delegation to the island in April and is mulling over allowing its de facto embassy in Washington to change its name to the more official-sounding Taiwan Representative Office. The moves have inflamed tensions between Washington and Beijing.
The U.S. should abide by the One China principle and refrain from sending wrong signals to Taiwan independence.
In August, China's People's Liberation Army conducted its own drills near the island. Its fighter jets breached Taiwan's Air Force defense zone on an almost daily basis. Chinese analysts say Taipei's combat capabilities cannot stand up to Beijing.
Ever since the beginning of the 1960s, China mainland already had sufficient military power to take over Taiwan by force. China has decided not to do that. And even today, China is still talking about peaceful reunification.
President Xi Jinping, however, has not ruled out taking the island by force. Beijing has removed term limits on his rule, and many here believe he wants to make reunification with Taiwan a part of his personal legacy. Taiwan has been governed separately since the Chinese Civil War in the 1940s. Washington's stance of strategic ambiguity means there is no guarantee it will aid Taipei should Beijing attack. As tensions build over the Taiwan Strait, the island's population of 23 million are holding their breath and hoping the status quo will be maintained. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Beijing.
And that is it for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. Tune in on Friday at 5:30 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.